Right, let's go. Setting up the stream. Bear with me a second. No guarantees I'll be trading power. I've not even looked at the market yet. So better to come and look at the market than watch that dross on the TV. That's good enough. Absurd market every day, Drakaniba. Yeah, absolutely. And most of that was in the first 15-20 minutes of the market. So didn't get much out of NKTX, unfortunately, but at least it's green. And Swivel did us dirty. Which Swivel is actually the one that I'm looking at right now, but I don't think I will. So we'll get a turnaround on that one. Not looking likely. Let's have a look at the market. What's moving? AZ on low volume. JCC. That's not great either. Okay, squeeze biotech's looking interesting. Oh yeah, huge relative volume. Okay guys, so how are we all doing? How are we all? How's the market been for you today? No need to. We've got the 15 minutes and the session. Right, okay, so we're good there. Let's have a look at Netflix on the daily. Oh, it's very close to a breakout, 219. Oh, it's just broke out. Excellent. So Netflix could be worth a punt. Swing. Might take some options on that. What's the options on Netflix? In for about 210. I like that multi-factor authentication with interactive. Have a look at the options chain on Netflix. 210. $8 a piece. That could be interesting. Hey Phil, welcome back. I do talk crypto. I don't talk crypto too often. This is more equities, day trading, Boz Bruno. But if there's a particular coin you want me to have a look at and give you my opinion, and it is only that, it's only my opinion. I'm not giving stock picks or signals or anything like that. It's just I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not offering financial advice. The dragon's at it again. Let's have a look at these. There's quite a few that are up well, not on great volume. When did Howell pop up? Traded that one before. There's no low volume though. Okay, so we're about to enter power hour. Let's see what happens with regards to market. We've got some interesting developments today, I guess, with regards to earnings announcements and the likes. Who's on earnings this evening? Have a look. Oh, Robinhood after market closes. That could be interesting. Anybody interested in the Robinhood earnings this evening? I'm gonna look at who else is this at this evening. Imagine Robinhood's going to be absolutely tank after earnings. Can't be making money. Well, there's no trades there really. That's the top mover today. We've already traded that. Got 15k out of that. Swivel, we gave back 2 grand of that 15k to Swivel. I want to see this above 10k, above $10 before I trade it. Squeeze is up at 380s. 390s is a key level. RCMT, Allego, no volume. Whitney Bowes. Okay. Let's watch Swivel for a little while. Which platform do I trade on? Tesla. So it depends what it depends how I'm trading it. If I'm trading options, or if I'm holding it, or if I'm trading intraday. If I'm trading intraday, I've used Daytrader. If I'm trading options, I'll use my my IBK interactive brokers options chain. If I'm investing long term, then I will still use Daytrader, but I'll use it on my interactive broker. Oh, the week's going really good. I've had a good week this week so far. What was the day on Monday? Oh, Monday was the 25th. So far, I had 21k on Monday, 7.5k on Tuesday, $150 down yesterday, and the 13k today. So what? 12k. So all in all, I'll be 40k a week. 40,000 this week. Teddy, come on. That's only going to go one way. There's no way that Man U are going to beat Chelsea. I mean, the way they're playing, come on. It's going to be a batter. Yeah, so Mark, we're 40 at the moment as it stands today. Right now we're about 40k up on the day, on the week, sorry. But put that into perspective, we're about 40k up on the month. So because up until last Friday we were still red on the month. So this is our first green. It's not our first green week, but it's the first time we've been trading green on the month was this week. We kind of dug a hole at the beginning of the month, and it's taken us all month to get out of it. So look, I'll be happy if we can. We've got one more trading day. If I have another day like today, tomorrow, that's a good, 50k profit for the month. That'll be a phenomenal result. ApeCoin. Let me. Last I saw of ApeCoin, it wasn't doing very well. Let me just pull up my trader view. ApeCoin versus US dollars. I'll pull this across so that you can see. So 22, this is on the 5-minute. So it looks like it's having a good day today. It's been on 22.75. Let's have a look at it on the hour. Yeah, it's having a good day. Having a good week. It happens. ApeCoin. I've not even looked at ApeCoin for a while. Let's have a look at it on the daily. It popped up to 40 and then sold off the next day when it first launched a couple of weeks ago. Then the whole consolidation period. But since then, since the 18th, really, it's been very strong. It's been having a good time. 22.86. That's worth looking at. It's not something I'd hold long term. The real world utility for it's probably not. I don't think there's a great utility. It's just jumping in on the back of the meme stock movement. There's not a lot of huge utility, so it's I would say a bit of a scam, but you can ride the momentum on these scams, make money off them. I'm kind of lost with what you're saying there, Mark. Sorry, but what pair? It's not a pair. It's I'm just looking at Swivel SWVL. It's equities. I'm not trading forex. I don't do forex. But you're welcome to stick around, Mango. Bitcoin. Well, let me pull my trading view back up, and I've got that. I've got Bitcoin open as it stands, and I'll pull this across. So Bitcoin is over $40 again, 40,000. So it is having another good day. It's bounced back. Although just looking at the hourly, that looks suspiciously like a head and shoulders. So just be careful with that. Ouch! That you couldn't. If I actually sat in there, I put a photograph of me with my arms like that, they wouldn't look more like a head and shoulders. Come on, look at that. So just be wary. Head and shoulders usually breaks downwards. So just be very careful. It can break out upwards. No pattern is 100%, and hopefully this will go against the trend. But that head and shoulders pattern is eerie in terms of how clear it is. Why the market's rallying? Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Yeah, it's having a good day. It's 4% up on the day. But we had a good day on Monday, and then what happened? It just sold off. So we're back towards Monday's highs, which if you look at the likes of Tesla rallying, that's good for me. I bought three options contracts yesterday at 950 strike, so for 3rd of June. So the closer that gets up to 900, the better it is for me. The closer it gets to 1,000, even more. And Netflix on the daily, yeah, we broke out. So since when Netflix gapped down, huge gap down on the 20th, I was saying, like, give it 3 or 4 days for a daily bounce, first daily candle to make a new high, and we're there now. So could be a good time to get into to Netflix. You want to set if you're going to get in for swinging on it, you want to set your stop at about 190. So give it $10, but you want to make it at least 20. So you want to be moving up to 20.25 or above. 220. That's what I'd be looking for. Rolls-Royce, an old company of mine. Which market are they on? I thought they were Rolls-Royce are on the FTSE. Yeah, London Stock Exchange. So I've not got the data for the FTSE here, so I'll pull it up on TradingView. This is Rolls-Royce at $83 right now. Look at it on the daily. It's been selling off for a while. I don't like the wider chart right now, and unless there's some specific news catalyst to say that Rolls-Royce is a good buy at 83, we've got a double bottom here, but it's just broke through that. So it's on the daily. We broke through that double bottom. So unless we see a daily candle make a new high, I wouldn't buy unless it gets back up over 85 on Rolls-Royce. Not financial advice, just my opinion, but I wouldn't buy unless it gets back up over 85, possibly 86. What's the candle here? That's 85.79. So I'd wait for it to get back to 86 at this stage. have a look at silver for you. Silver futures. Silver's hemorrhaging. $23 an ounce at the minute. That's not looking healthy. Look for a bounce on the daily. Again, that could be getting quite exhausted. So look for the first candle to make a new high there for a bounce. We've got what, 1, 2, 3. I'll pull this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 red candles in a row here. So what you really want to be looking for is the next green candle that makes a new high, i.e. the peak of that day is higher than the previous day. Then might be worth taking a position, you know, for a longer term position. But right now it's still selling. Silver's not looking great right now. BTC. Ooh, Jack. Not enjoying the chart. It's just very choppy. I mean, it's consistently moving up, but it's not very volatile. The range isn't huge, and it's not very volatile. I mean, people can trade this. It's just I'd find it difficult to trade that. The volume's not huge. Look at the volume. The range is not huge, so we're not getting the volatility or the volume, even though it is gaining. It's from a longer term perspective, from a daily, you know, swinging it maybe, but from an intraday day trade perspective, there's not much in that. What's tough built looking at? It's looking to make a bit of a bounce, bit of a move up. No problem, Fraggle. Again, it's not advice. It's not stock. It's only my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't treat it as financial advice. What I'm saying is my opinion. It's for entertainment and education purposes only. If you take my opinion and put money on the markets and lose money, don't sue me. Just saying. Guys, I'm trying. Is it my deodorant? Why is nobody giving me any likes on this stream? I mean, I've got 0 likes. Don't you like me anymore, guys? I mean, come on. Nobody likes me anymore. I'm really feeling hurt right now. Nobody likes me. We should have had about 500 likes by now, and nobody likes me. And the likes actually help the stream push it out to the algorithm pushes it out to more people if we've got more interaction. Oh, you're in silver as well, Phil. Oh, sorry to hear that. I would have taken it out, and mind you, long term silver in the long term. If you're holding it long term, it will bounce back. It will come back. It's the interim positions that lose you money. You can hodl your silver and it will come back, and you'll make money in the long run. Same with gold. Precious metals, it's always going to increase in price, and you're going to outstrip the inflation as well. Well, you know, that's probably if you've been dollar cost averaging since 2015, Phil. Whilst it's whilst you've lost a little bit off the top, you're probably still green on the in the position. You've probably made quite a bit in the compounding over the last 7 years. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. So Tough Built's having an... Okay, so this is trying to get back over the VWAP. Briefly. Squeeze at 30. Oh, ouch. Ah, I felt that one. Didn't even see it, but as soon as I saw it, ouch. That's painful. Whoever was in there. Oh, it's not even high volume. A big drop. Like 25 cent drop. That's painful. For a $3 stock to drop 25 cents in less than a minute. It's painful to see. Oh, I've not taken any more trades since we finished the stream earlier, and the way the market's setting up, it doesn't look like I will be. I might stick around for the Robin Hood. Might stick around for the Robin Hood earnings report at the close, just to see how they if they actually go on a run or if they hemorrhage. Because if I was a betting man, I'd probably say the latter, because they've been losing customers and losing revenue. That's why they've actually, Robinhood have actually got more crypto now. They've loaded up on the crypto offering because they're losing a lot of the retail traders, and it's their own fault. I mean, Vlad and the gang there tried to, protect their own interests at the expense of their own customers, which is kind of a self-defeating prophecy, I like this little trend line though here. That's quite a steep trend line to the top. Will we get the break of 10? The question. Will we get a sustainable break of 10? Oh, be quiet with your snoring, you dragon. It might not be, Mark, it might not be so many people selling at the same time. It might be one person that's got big size and unloading it. Of course, if one person starts to unload, a lot of other people will panic. They see the price moving down, so then they jump on the train, and it's you end up snowballing. I was just contemplating getting in for the break of 10 then. I'll wait for it to pull back, use the VWAP as support, and I'll look for the VWAP bounce. And 40. Zoom in a little bit. And that's when you've got high volume, it only takes that one big trader with big size to unload and try and unload a huge peak. And if they unload it to market, it'll keep slipping and they'll get a fill in it, and they'll get, it'll drive the price right down. If you unload a limit, it's not too bad, but it'll just create a sell wall. But if you unload at market, that's why you get the big flush. Well, let's have a look at Apple. Having a good day with the rest of the Nasdaq, rest of the market. So yeah, we're up at 160s with Apple now. getting the range is a lot smaller. You're unlikely to get the big parabolic movers in power hour that you do in that first 60-90 minutes of the Open. But you can get some nice, particularly if you've got stocks that are exhausted. Let's have a look at the biggest losers today. OST. I think we spoke about this earlier, didn't we? This was a big loser today. Oh, that huge gap down was painful. That just isn't looking like it's going to come back. So look, if you're looking, the close can be good for get some bottom bounces. Let's have a look at Teladoc. Somebody else was talking about TDoc as well. But we've already started to get our bounce on Teladoc. So if we zoom out to the 1 minute, we had the after close yesterday. We had the sell-off. We've already started to move up on Teladoc. So we're not going to get, that's not exhausted as such. We're looking for some reversal candidates. Looking at it on the hourly, I'm looking at it on the 5 and the 1 minute as well. So JCSE, there's just no volume there. Sky Harbor. This took some money off us the other day. Wasn't too happy about it. Would have been Tuesday, I think it was. We looked to get in and then it flushed on us. I think I'll stick long for now. There's nothing really setting up or looking like setting up for a bottom bounce that I can see. If you see something I don't, let me know in the chat. Yeah, Apple after the bell and Robin Hood after the bell. There's actually a couple of interesting stocks that have got earnings after the bell today. OST looks like it's trying to make a bit of a recovery, but zoom in so I can see better. Really missed it on the 5 minute. I'm not feeling it. Look at it on the 60 minute. You can see how it needs to break 470. We really considered as making a bottom bounce. Let's have a look at it on the 15-minute chart. Let's see if we. No, nothing on. There's no new highs on the 15-minute either. We got this high, but a bit of a fake out. Hey Mumbles, welcome back. Oh, we got 600, 700 likes. Nice one, guys. From 0 to 700, it's like a Tesla. From 0 to 700 in just over a minute. Okay, so this trend line seems to be being respected. Got resistance around the VWAP, which is at $10. Same thing. That resistance lines are going to be strong because it's the VWAP and $10 at the same time. So, you know, round numbers, the market loves those round numbers. I like this little flat top at $10 that's forming. Yeah, we had a bit of a fake out here, but got this effectively ascending triangle. So we don't want is any lower lows. Lower heat. The low here of on this one would be 75. Breaks the pattern if it breaks below 75. Don't know who Mohsen Ibrahim is, but just sent me a Facebook request. Do you ever get that, guys? Do you ever get just weird people? I say weird people, there you go, it's broke down now. I say weird people. You just get people, complete randomers, sending you Facebook friend requests, and you're like, who the hell are you? You know? I don't mind on Instagram because that's more to deal with my business, but personal Facebook account is, do I know you? Now we look for something that's making new highs. Indonesian energy spiked down at the same time that MARPS spikes up, so go figure. They usually move in tandem, those two. The rolling ticker on my rolling signals ticker is hardly moving, which just goes to show that there's no real volatile price movements at the moment. I'm not too worried about that because, you know, I've made my money today, so I'm not going to take a trade just for the sake of taking a trade. Although I like that doji on swivel. What's the top of that doji? 77, 780. Take position if this one breaks 80. If not, then it has to be this candle. No, volume is very low. This one had a good volume bar, but volume is very low, and we need more volume if we're going to make any rallies to the upside. Nasdaq's having a mini sell-off at the moment, so that's the wider market. Oh, I got one today, and a guy who's been watching, he says, I've been watching your stream. It messaged me on Instagram, and he says, do you know anyone that can code e-wallets? I'm like, what you after? And he's trying to recruit me onto this scheme that's guaranteeing 2% daily every day, and I'm like, Nobody's going to do that. Nobody legitimate is going to guarantee you 2% gains daily. It's some kind of scam, and he's wanting to get some kind of e-wallet that he can sell to other people. That, and I'm like, no. If it was the Dragon's Den, I'm out. You know, some of these people. There was a woman that did the same thing. That was on Facebook. She was like, "Do you know about crypto?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know about crypto. I know a little bit about crypto. I trade for a living, so of course I know a little bit about the instruments that I'm trading." And she tried to make out that she's got an algorithm that can guarantee at least 5% daily. And I went, so, and she says that, and it works. I've been using it for the last 8 weeks. And I'm like, so you're a millionaire then? I'm sorry? I'm like, you're a millionaire. I don't follow you. I said, how much did you put in? And she went, $800. I went, so you're a millionaire then? Over the last 8 weeks, 5% daily, you know, that's 8 weeks. Why are you not a millionaire now? She couldn't grasp the numbers. Bless her. Ouch. Snowflake. How many times do I keep telling you to manage your risk? You've got to put those stops in place. And I'm like, do as I say, not as I do, because I'm the worst one for that. I'll jump into something and I'll put a mental stop in there, and then it'll flush beyond the mental stop, and I'm like, it's too far now. I'm going to average down for the bounce, and then it flushes again, and it's, you know, one of the worst things you can do. Yeah, super. Good day today. I should have, once I got to 15k, I should have left it at that, but tried to trade swivel and it went against me. Okay. Anybody seeing anything moving that I'm not seeing? Because I'm not seeing anything moving at all. Well, nothing with volume at least. Not even swivel. Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? No, I just like, if there's nothing moving, there's nothing moving. We don't take trades just for trading's sake. That's what you say for the paper accounts. You just want to try out strategies and you know, play at trading. You do that in a paper account. Yeah, we're getting all the ETFs coming up on the scanners now, which is usually a sign of a low volume market. JCSC keeps popping up. Oh, it's just popped up. Look at this on the 1 minute. Sorry, the daily. What's going on here? That's 60 minutes. I want to look at that. Oh, it's not looking great. High here. 67. getting dangerously close to that. If this gets to 67, it might move up. You don't have the scanners yet? Did you not? Have you not tried out Benzinga yet, Bill? 14 days free. Get in the link and try them out. Jack, if you've just started learning how to trade, what do I suggest? Technical analysis. Learn technical analysis. What I mean by that is learn how to spot chart patterns, learn how to identify areas of support and resistance. Download yourself the Trading View app and start learning how to read charts. That's the first part. IDAI is not moving back. Needs to get back above $5, $5.25 really. Looking at on the 60-minute, on the 5-minute. Yeah, 5.25 really where it needs to be with better volume. Well, it doesn't have to be a long journey, Jack. Get on the course and let me make it shorter for you. I'm enjoying teaching. I'm being completely honest. I'm really enjoying it. It's a better job than what I was doing pre-pandemic. Getting to help people make a difference to their lives. Yeah, so Phil, just get it. Go into the description or whatever it is, and check out Benzinga. One of my links or whatever it is on my link tree or whatever it is. Just check out Benzinga. It's free for 14 days. You don't even need a credit card or anything to sign up. So it's free for 14 days, and just get used to looking for the scanners and configuring the scanners. Alibaba moving up as well. Oh, Baba is moving up. Having a lovely day today. Let's have a look at Netflix again. $119. This got to number one. Excellent. Yeah, so I think Netflix might bounce now. From a daily perspective. That's all right, okay. Well, you don't want to waste your trial session. What happened there? Well, I think now might be a good time to cover on, if you're shorting Netflix right now, might be a good, because it's been, let me show you on the chart. It's probably easier to show you. If you look at Netflix on the daily, where are we? So we had this huge, zoom in. We had this huge drop, and then we've had like a whole week of selling. And today's really the first day. Why am I not getting my details here? Oh, so 219 was the high of yesterday. This is the first candle to make a new high, which is usually you're looking for a bounce when it sells off so hard. Think of it like the elastic band. If you've got an elastic band and you hold it there and you pull it down, it starts to stop. You know, it starts to resist and it gets to a point where it needs to spring back, otherwise it breaks. Now it's springing back a little bit, so a bounce to probably 220 is what I'm looking for here. Not saying it will. It's not financial advice, but usually it's an indicator. That first candle to make a new high is a good indicator of a reversal, or at least an exhaustive bounce. Let me pull it up on TradingView because I've got the RSI set up on TradingView, I think. Netflix. Let me add the indicator RSI. Yeah, absolutely. So this is Netflix right now. So this is on the 1 minute. I don't want the 1 minute. I want the daily. If you look at the daily, we had this huge sell-off, and then we continued to sell off. So we gapped down. We continued to sell off, and that was on poor earnings, by the way. So we continued to sell off. Today is the first candle to make a new high. You look how oversold it is, and the RSI as well down here. So this could be. Not saying it will, but it could be the indications of a bit of a bounce. Maybe get up to kind of 215, 220. I wouldn't be shorting it right now. I will be, either looking for it to start moving back to the upside, or just cover my position and wait to see if it then starts to sell off again. But like I say, just my opinion. From an intraday perspective, I mean, Netflix is, it's expensive to be trading intraday, but it looks like a decent trade. Shorting it right now is I suppose you're in a good position on the 1 minute, certainly. But it got up to 200, over 200. It's quite extended. Look at it on the 60-minute chart. It's got up to 200. The VWAP's down here, so it's quite extended. So pulling back a little bit, it's only natural. But over the next 2-3 days, will it move up? I think it potentially will make bounce up, depending on. Let's see what the wider market says, because we've got to take into account the wider market. Netflix is one of those that does tend to follow the market trend, and if the market's having a good day today, and of course, Netflix is having a good day today, but if the market decides to sell off tomorrow and next week, then Netflix ain't going to bounce. It ain't going to do that reversal. So keep an eye on the wider market as well. IDAI, well, this is selling off now. It's had its moment in the sun. So if we look at this on the 5 minute and zoom out, so we traded it pre-market just after 8 o'clock when the news came out. We rode it all the way up, and then about 45 minutes in, not even. See here, 5 minutes in, it started to sell off. We had a couple of other pops, but 15 minutes in and we finished trading it. It's selling off since. It's not coming back in the short term. It moved up from $2 or whatever it was, 224. No, closed yesterday 210, and it moved up to over $8. So it's now 483. So it's retraced more than 50% of its gains. You know, and that's always a worry. If I don't mind them retracing, if it moves up and then pulls back 25-30%, I don't mind that, because then it can hold the gains, consolidate for a little while, and then go on another run. If it moves up and then sells off pretty much all of its gains, it's back where it started, and this is where we are right now. It's sold off like 70% of its gains, so I'm a little bit worried that that's going to do anything now. It's just done another bit of a sell-off as well. So IDAI is probably done, certainly for today. I think it's retraced a little bit too much to expect a continuation tomorrow. Whereas if we look at something like NKTX, look at this on the 60-minute, see how strong this chart looks from an intraday perspective. We had this original run-up on Monday, which we took advantage of. It then sold off pre-market, but had another little spell on the Tuesday, consolidated, had another spell yesterday, consolidated, and that's what we're doing now, is we're consolidating. We did try and push beyond that 20. What I've been saying about NKTX, and it's a good catalyst on Monday as well. What I've been saying about NKTX is that this magic line of $20, we've got pretty much blue skies to $24 after that. There's no resistance levels, so we just got to get above $20 and hold it, not just pop up and then sell off. We need to get above $20, hold it as support, and then move up, and it will move a good $4 in a very short space of time. But the fact that it's held the majority of these gains from when it popped up on Monday shows it's a very strong stock, and it can go on another run. Whereas IDAI, just go to IDAI, it's popped up and it's most of it's what 50, 40, 50, 60% of its gains gone already. So that's a bit of a worry. It might go on another run tomorrow or next week, but it's probably more likely to sell off. Look at Veru on a similar sort of scenario. If we zoom out on this a little bit, you probably can't see that on the TikTok stream. But when this made its original run up, it pulled back the next day. It lost about 40%, not quite 50%. So it made its original run up, it pulled back, then it made another run up the day after. It did pull back again, and it's been consolidating. Then it had a bit of a run up over this last couple of days. So Veru's been quite a good stock as well, very strong. Of course, it will sell off eventually and go back down to $4. Don't get married to these kind of stocks. That's what I always say. A lot of them are just garbage companies that have had good news on any given day, but ultimately they will return to the levels that they duly are. If it's a technology company and they've come up with a particular patents are really good catalyst, because patents can be there for the long term. If they come up with a patent and it's seen as a really innovative product, then that can take a stock from kind of $4 to $40 real quick and hold it there. Whereas biopharmaceuticals or bioscience, they're always dodgy in terms of holding the gains, because you get great news from the FDA one day, and then quite quickly, just as quick as the same speed, they'll get bad trial results, or they'll get reported side effects in a lawsuit or whatever it is, and they'll lose not just all the gains that they had, but then some besides. Good for you, TikTok *1. But just watch the wider market. If it starts to move upwards, Netflix could it could go on a bit of a rally for a couple of days. It's hit that level. We're just holding this, broke above the VWAP, the $10 level, same kind of thing, and swivel. Phil, we just broke above it, but it's not holding. It's I want to see it hold. And we're not getting the huge volumes either, so I mean, this candle did make a new high, but it didn't break out, so it's not reliable right now. We need the volume for reliability, and that's what's missing at the moment. What's HUD looking like right now? So look at it on the 60-minute chart. It's having a good day today. I remember this. I remember trading this when it launched. Wow. So this was an IPO last August. Just think of it this way, okay? Let's look at it on the daily. I'll zoom out. So this is Robinhood. As you can see, I traded it right when it launched, and right the way up. All these lines are areas that I've traded it. But you can see it when it launched. It kind of hit the market at $35 or whatever it was that it launched at, and it went up within a couple of days. Within a few days, it was up at $80, and then it sold off. It's now $10 from its high. That's like what, 90% retracement from its high. It's 90% down off its high almost. It's or 80% down off its high. That is terrible news. I mean, if Vlad weren't one of the owners of the company, then any other company, the CEO would have been sacked for that kind of move. You know, you go IPO, and then you just lose the majority of the value of your company over the course of a year, not even. Serves them right. I want Tesla up above 900. Come on. No, absolutely, and that's the thing. You've got to, which is why from an intraday perspective, there's two different schools of thought that I would you need to look out for. One is fundamental value investing, and the other one is technical trading. So trading on the technicals and investing on the fundamentals are not the same thing. So you invest on the fundamentals, you get a company, you do your fundamental research, you do your due diligence, you get a company that you like the long-term look of it, you like the project, also it's likely to pay you dividends. You invest in your dollar cost average. When the market goes up, it goes up. When the market goes down, it goes down, and it follows the market fairly well. When earnings come out, you get fluctuations in its price, but you don't really care about that because you're in it for the long haul. That's you know, your dollar cost average. When it dips, you buy at a discount, and when it rallies, you ride the momentum. And that's dollar cost averaging. That's long-term investing. That's what you do for your future. And you know, companies like Tesla, companies like Microsoft and Amazon, and these, you know, large cap companies, those are the type of companies that you want to be dollar cost averaging into. Whereas these small cap companies that have a good day, we don't want to get married to these stocks. We don't want to be we don't want to be dollar cost averaging on something that's a $5 stock, moves up to $15, and we're left holding bags at 12 because it's back down to 8. We don't want a dollar cost average and start buying at 8, trying to, you know, lower our average with that, because the likelihood is it's going to drop to 4 or 2. They're not reliable. One bad news report and they could be delisted altogether. That's the problem with these low float stocks. So you don't get married to these low float stocks at all. NKTX, let me have a look at that. Yeah, it's on the way back up. Ooh, on the 5 minute, it's a lovely double bottom. Look at this. Bottom 1750, move up. Bottom 1750, what's the high? 1810. Look for the break of 1810. I might have a piece of this for the break of 1810. Lovely double bottom there at 1750, so we could ride this up, get this, at least get 20 cents on it. Looking for 20 cents. Take 5,000 shares. Target of 1830. See if this double bottom works. Let's see it move up to the top of this W, if you will. A 5 minute. We've got this W here, the top of this W, the start of this W is here at 1830. We'll get the move up, so that's our entry point, and then moves up as we break it back up there. We could go on a bit of a further run if we do get above 1830, but let's get to 1830 first. How long have we got? Oh, damn, we've not got the time. Should have looked at the time. That's my fault. Market's closed. We'll have to get out. Shit. The spread on that. 50 cent spread all right away. And KTX. Need that spread to close up. 40 cent spread. 50 cent spread. I was right the first time. 52 cent spread. That's a shocking spread. The bid is 17.77 and the ask is 18.19. $0.40, sorry. 42 cents. It's got to be one of the worst spreads I've ever had. Which way are you going to move after hours? There you go. It's just closed 30 cents in a second. There's been no price action yet. It's now 8 cent spread. That is weird. No price action yet. See the first transaction to take place and then I'll get out. Is it up or down? that's up. We didn't quite have enough time to for that breakout there, unfortunately. Might just get out right now. It's a bit risky to be in. Right, which way are you going? 819. Yeah, keep going that way. Where to sell? Average cost here is 1808. So 13 or 16 cents spread. What's HUD looking like? Ooh, HUD is hemorrhaging. Actually, the HUD's just doing what the Nasdaq's doing. Peru did a little bit of a pump back up to 1220s after hours. Don't really like holding this, but it's slowly moving upwards. Or not. No worries, Phil. I'll probably post something. Probably post something else on the YouTube later with regards to a couple of other patterns for you. So we've now got a 3-cent spread. No, it's just dropped a little bit. So I might have to get out of this. It's a 12-cent spread. Now it's back to 8. This is weird because it's the spreads that are. I mean, my average cost is 18.10. The ask is 18.12, but the bid is 18.02. So I'm 8 cents down. But if I bought back now, I can't even average down because I'd be buying at a higher price than I bought before. See what I mean? I'm thinking just get out. I'll just exit that. On the wider scheme of things, it's better to not take the risk. Might pop up and do something, but I'd rather just take the hit and keep my money. We'll see the volume on the first aftermarket minute with NK. Huh? Yeah. So that's 167,000. Not huge. It's just bigger than the candles leading up to it, that's all. Now it's like 4,000 a minute, so let's have a look at HUD. That's your HUD. That's Robin Hood for you. So it's just lost 50 cents, 70 cents in the last 5 minutes. What about Apple? That's fairly, it's just ranging sideways more than anything. Amazon. Yeah, Amazon hemorrhaged. I guess a lot of these guys haven't had great earnings results. I'll change my scanners over to the after hours so you can actually see what's moving. Okay. Oh no, I'm done there. I'm done, El Puno. I'm not trading after hours. I'm just having a look at the market movement with a lot of these earnings reports. So Robinhood says it will no longer provide revenue guidance. Roku. Let's have a look at Roku. This is Roku Q2 sales slightly down. Just looking at through the news feed right now. So Gilheed is down, which surprised me given that there's a war on. Yeah, that's why Amazon's dropping, because Amazon says first quarter 2022 net loss includes a pre-tax valuation loss of 7.6 billion. Okay. Robinhood reports Q1 22 monthly active users 15.9 million versus 17.7 million last year. So it's losing market share, it's losing customers. So Amazon's earnings per share are $7.56. It's not comparing to the estimated $8.07 estimate. Yeah, so they've missed the targets. Amazon have missed the targets. Just looking at these, in some interesting. Intel's interesting. What's the chart looking like? A lot of these just selling off, so a lot of them just not having good days. Yeah. So Clearfield had good earnings reports, so they've rallied after hours. But apart from that, a lot of the tech stocks are just not performing. So Intel's down as well. Yeah, absolutely. So tomorrow looks like will be another sell-off. So hold on that that Netflix. Was Netflix looking like now? After hours Netflix. Yeah, selling off because of the wider market. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. That's your Nasdaq. SPY looks exactly the same. I mean, even to the but with the exception of the large wick, SPY's got a large wick that the Nasdaq doesn't have. What about the Russell? It's very similar. Tesla exactly the same. So yeah, watch this space. It's been an interesting day. IDAI is down. It's lost half of its gains, more than half of its gains. It's 108%. It was 250, 260% at one stage today. So just watch this tomorrow. Probably continue selling off, but and NKTX, where I was in, is now up at 1820s. Well, I said this is the 5-minute chart that I was looking for. So we started the double bottom, the W of the double bottom here at 1830. We came down to 1750, moved up. 1810 is the top of the middle there. So that's your entry point. Come down for the double, the second touch at 1750. The move up, that's where we entered. And if we'd had enough market left, but we didn't, we would have got up to 1830. As you can see, it's up at 1830 now. So the pattern was right, the entry was right, but just too much to risk out of hours with no volume. But the double bottom bounce, absolutely. You can't go wrong with the technicals. The technicals are on point. I'm not saying I'm a good trader. I'm top 3, not the best, but top 3. Okay, guys, I will end the stream. Let's do it all again tomorrow. Let's do it all again. 1 o'clock, London, Dublin. 8 o'clock, market time. Thanks for joining me for this one. See you soon.